Blanche Taylor Moore was a serial killer from Alamance County, North Carolina.
This is the grave of James Napoleon Taylor, who was sadly poisoned by Blanche Taylor Moore. His life was sadly ended by her sick compulsion to poison her boyfriends and husbands for whatever reason. Who knows why serial killers do the things they do. Sometimes we never get those answers. And here is his groundstone, which said he fought in World War II. Now, he was her first husband and the father to her children. He was born in 1927, died in 73. Now, he was exhumed. When she was in court, they exhumed him, her father, I want to say her mother-in-law, and maybe one or two others. It was an extensive investigation. It was one of the biggest investigations in North Carolina history, especially in the Piedmont area where I live. This was something. But this is a huge cemetery, and it took me a while to find his grave. I'm still looking for Raymond Reed, who was the boyfriend that she poisoned as well. Believe it or not, he's buried in the same cemetery. So it's strange that two people that she poisoned would be buried in the same cemetery.
This is a photograph of Blanche Taylor Moore with her husband, James Taylor, and their daughter. Back in the, I don't know, late 60s, early 70s. I'm not sure when this was taken, but nevertheless, it was taken at a happier time in their lives, of course.
This is the gravesite of Raymond Reed. He was the boyfriend of Blanche Taylor Moore. His body was later exhumed, and they found out that Blanche Taylor Moore poisoned him as well through many autopsies. And this guy, it was really sad because he really suffered. She actually went to the hospital and was bringing him food, and unbeknownst to the hospital, to the nurses and the doctors, she was bringing him food laced with arsenic poison. So she was literally poisoning him over and over in the hospital. And he was flatlining. They brought him back a couple times, and then he finally died. They weren't able to bring him back the last time, and it was really sad to see what he went through. It's odd because she is still saying that she is innocent in all of this. She is still claiming that she's innocent and that she had nothing. It's fine. They exhumed it. The strange thing is they exhumed her dad, and he had arsenic poison in him. He's been dead since, I don't know, the 50s. I want to say they exhumed her stepmother. They exhumed 5 people that are tied to her, and they all strangely died of arsenic poison. But she, in court, claims that she's innocent, that she was wrongfully accused. I just don't get. To me, if you're guilty of something horrific, it seems like you would want to rid yourself of guilt and cleanse your soul. But that's me. I don't, Evidently, the woman is evil. She has maybe she's just plain out evil, and maybe she's some sort of witch. I don't know, but whenever you look at her in those old documentaries or the old court videos, I don't know, there's something off about her. She has those evil eyes, you know. But I'm glad I found these two people. I wanted to share with you what they went through, the hardships they dealt with. Thank God for Dwight Moore, the last guy she married, I should say, who survived her poisoning and was able to make it to the hospital. And he's the one person to survive with the most arson in his system, and they could not believe that he actually survived. So he's now deceased. He died a couple years ago, but he lived through her 1980s poisoning rampage, and thank God lived to tell the tale and lived to bring her down in a court of law.
The North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women in Raleigh is where Blanche Taylor Moore is still currently being held. She is still awaiting her death sentence there, and she is 86 years old. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.